Kia ora everyone. My name's Dylan Schofield and I'm from the lovely island of Aitutaki.
Talo Falava and welcome to Fresh, hosted by everyone.
Good morning, Jeremy Tomata from Mounta, coming to you all the way from Brisbane, Australia.
My name is Maria Sole Caffarelli and I'm a content officer at Samoa Tourism Authority. And I'm tuning in all the way from the beautiful islands of Samoa.
There's not many tourists here, so we're just doing some renovation on our unit at Ranginui's Retreat. It's all right location to work, not too bad. It's Worldwide Fresh this season, from the people, for the people. And here's what's coming on your show today.
Check out what's on the show today. Keep it fresh.
The past years had the nation in more than one lockdowns, but if you're an island girl, you probably weren't phased because we've been in lockdown our whole lives.
Since 96, babe. Since 98.
Today on Queens of the Kitchen, we are making chop suey.
Yes, wow, I am shooketh of my hookers.
There's no dedication, they just hack the poor meat.
Yesterday, I found out a new friend of mine is Indo-Fijian. This is new to my vocab, but I learned that it means someone from Fiji that is either fully or partially of Indian descent.
That's probably the hardest, leaving behind my mum and dad and, especially all my boys and on the street.
Welcome to the Siva Afi Festival. We are Tabu Pacific Dance, and remember to
Keep it fresh!
Started off last year, and it was through a conversation with the arts broker at the Mangere Otahu local board. And it's always been a dream for us to create an environment where up-and-coming Siva Afi performers and also experienced Siva Afi performers that are now based in Auckland or in New Zealand could come together and celebrate the art form.
This is the Siva Afi Festival, and the really great thing about it is that it's all female, so all the performers, all the competitors are female. And also it's just a reminder that the Siva Ai Lau, or the fire dancing, was not just male, it was also females as well. And it's just really empowering for women, for the wahine, and also just to remind the boys that we do it just as well, or even better than you guys, to be honest.
So working together with Auckland Arts Festival to produce a showcase as part of the International Women's Day. And that's where we brought in Charlene as a creative or curator for this performance and looked at various different wahine tour performing groups in Auckland to come together and showcase or celebrate wahine tour, but using ahi or fire as an element of connection, of celebration, creation and all of that.
Keep it fresh!
We started off because all of our kids are involved in the Siva Afi Mangere workshop, and then the call out came through to see if there were any females who were willing to take up on the chance, and here we are. So we've had male drummers from other troops wanting to know, what are you guys doing? You need to drum harder, you need to do it this way, and it's like, okay, we're ready to come on. Our drummers have been together since October, and with just the two mums, and now there's 4 of us.
The way we're doing the competition for the Wahine Tour Afi, it's all open. Be creative, celebrate their womanness, and then use the fire to just bring it out.
I just think that Siva Afi, expresses some kind of fierceness for ladies. It's male dominated, so we just want to get out there and show that, girls can run the world too.
I didn't realize how hard it was to learn the art itself. We got there in the end.
We all came here to show our culture, to uplift our ancestors and all those who came before us, and we just gave it our all.
Just
such a blessing to perform alongside these beautiful girls and just make them a part of our family. So yeah, it's been amazing.
Thank you for coming to the Siva Afi Festival. Keep it fresh!
Pasta's usually a good source of carbs for the next day, so I'll usually have this night before the game, and then come on game day, still tired. Still had some more years at the Warriors, but wasn't on a little bit, so you know, got an opportunity to come up here and get out of my comfort zone, and I took that move. So yeah. So it's probably the hardest, you know, leaving behind my mum and dad, and you know, especially all my boys and on the street. You know, used to hang out every day. You know, leaving them, coming here, making new friends. It was pretty hard for me. But it's also been a blessing, you know, like learning about myself and, you know, learning how to cook and that and do things on my own. So, yeah, it's been pretty cool. No, I'm not the best cook, but being away from family, I had to learn. We have to watch what we eat, especially at the Titans. Sort of body weight's pretty big. It was at the Warriors too. But I honestly think this meal is pretty good, you know, like it's easy to make. My nutritionist says, got heaps of nutritionist stuff in it, so yeah. I usually go out to a cafe every game day. Couldn't do that last year because we were in this sort of bubble, but yeah, that was my pre-game ritual. Copy that off Ben Motalino. Yeah, I don't mind a bit of RSA. My ears are open to anything, to be honest. I don't mind a bit of Island Jams. Yeah, I like G in it too, so I don't really get pumped up. I just, you know, just sort of like nice listening to, you know, relax sort of thing. But I like Richard Parker, yeah. Bit of the old school bands, you know. Hopefully just improve on my game and work, you know, on my craft and get, you know, chip away at the little things that I'm, you know, currently trying to work on. Keep it fresh.
This looks very healthy supper suey.
This looks like it's been brought from a restaurant. So I think she was going for that tank salad feel. Let's taste this.
What's Destiny's mum's number?
What's her IRD number?
What's her relationship with the Lord like?
Is this necessary?
Hola, my name is Tali Silanta.
Hola, my name is Margaret. My name is Melanie, and this is Silver City, and you are watching Fresh!
Tēnā koutou katoa, ko te atamira tēnei e mihi atu ana ki a koutou, e mātaki-taki ana I a Fresh. Okay.
Cheer homies, here at One Love and Tauranga. Shout out to Fresh TV. Let's go!
Whakaalofa my name is Felicia Brown-Acton from the Rock of Polynesia, Niue.
Talofa everyone, my name is Fetmau.
Kia ora, I'm Ramon Tuake. I am Te Rarawa and Ngāti Whātua.
Today on Queens of the Kitchen, we are making chop suey. Today I've got chop suey, supper suey. I've got it plated here with some yummy long grain rice with a beautiful garnish of spring onion. It's a corned beef and a pork chop suey.
Wow, this dish looks amazing. It has a little bit of green things on it.
I like the colour instantly.
It looks healthy, it looks really delicious. I actually want to try it. I'm a fan of healthy food.
Nice. I saw that she chopped up her vermicelli really well.
It's a bit wet. I don't know if it's meant to be.
I actually like it. It's not too bad. It's not a chop suey I've had before.
I can definitely taste corned beef in here, but I don't...
The green gives some type of like freshness to it.
I think this is pork. Wow.
It's got like a sense of history and like they've cooked this a million times before.
I've never had supper suey with bovi and pua in it. Okay.
I'm just gonna check it out there. Go 9. I know. Wait.
I would rate this chop suey a 9.
In the words of RuPaul's Drag Race, 10. Shantae, you stay.
What can I say? This is my version of chop suey. It's just so elegant on the plate. I'm obsessed with it. With a little sprinkle of coriander on top to keep that freshness, and I've used a bit of chili and ginger because I'm just obsessed with like a bite in my food.
Ooh. Yes, wow, I am shooketh off my hooketh because this looks very healthy supper suey.
This looks like it's been brought from a restaurant. So I think she was going for that tank salad feel. Let's taste this. There's no dedication, they just hack the poor meat. Like, honestly, I could choke on this, people. They're spiced. And this is what happens when you cut the noodles too small. Like, it's hard to get anything on. See, how many scoops is that? It's like the 10th time now, and still, look. I probably would give this a 9. Out of 10, I would give this a 4.
I'll give this one a 5 because everything else is amazing except for the meat. Well, in front of me, I have my amazing and delicious supper suey, chop suey in English. Yeah. It's so awesome because it's not only made of all these balangi ingredients, but it's also made with extra alofa.
When I look at this chop suey, it reminds me of one of those Chinese takeaways in Avondale that's been sort of sitting in the Bain Marie for like 6 hours.
Smells good.
Really good how they've cut the vermicelli. This is a nice drop off the fork. I appreciate that. There's all the suey and no chop.
I'm gonna give it an 8.
I rate this chop suey a 6. It's not anemic, so I would probably give this an extra mark, and I would rate this a 7 out of 10. Today I have my own version of chop suey. I just kind of made it from scratch. I have a weird palate. I'm not a massive fan of salt, so my chop suey would be very different compared to the others, I'm very sure.
Ooh.
Ah, okay.
My first impression of this chop suey is...
It's not enough soy sauce for me.
It looks very anemic.
We like to make it dark, like my skin.
I mean, it's something I might feed my cat.
This is one of my pet peeves when it comes to chop suey. This is when they don't take enough time to use their scissors and chop it.
It's a bit dry in there as well.
It looks much better than it tastes.
Really salty. I would give this chop suey maybe a 6.
I'll give this one a 5.
I can taste like the lingering impact of, I don't know, regret in my mouth, but I'd say 3.
Before your parole officers let you out the house, you already know they're gonna come at you with the when, the where, the how, and the who's. So be prepared.
Almost 40% of Fiji's population is of Indian descent. So how did these guys find themselves on a little island in the Pacific Ocean?
Maloni, my name is Bob Surveyor, coming to you from the beautiful Mangere Town Centre. And today, you're watching Fresh.
Kia ora whānau, we are the Bell Boys from the band Catch a Fire. You're watching Fresh TV. Yes, sir.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's go!
The past years had the nation in more than one lockdowns, but if you're an island girl, you probably weren't phased because we've been in lockdown our whole lives.
Since 96, baby.
Since 98. Your sisters that you never asked for are back here with some more tips to help you get through it.
So here's some tips on how to escape lockdown.
AKA, how to ask your parents for permission to leave the house.
Tip number 1. Give your parents at least 5 to 7 days minimum to marinate on the matter.
Exactly. And if you're gonna ask to leave the house, you need to ask way in advance.
So if your friend's birthday is in 2 weeks, ask now.
Tip number 2, anticipate the 21 questions that they're gonna ask.
Yes, before your parole officers let you out the house, you already know they're gonna come at you with the when, the where, the how, and the who's. So be prepared.
So who's gonna be there?
Where's it gonna be?
Is it Destiny from school or Destiny from church?
What's Destiny's parents like?
Does she have any brothers?
What's Destiny's mom's number?
What's her IRD number?
What's her relationship with the Lord like?
Is this necessary?
Tip number 3, once you've asked for permission, you need to be on your best behavior.
Because once they know you want to go somewhere, they're going to use it against you every single time you do something stupid.
Every
time.
Without fail.
Without fail. As sure as the sun shines the next day.
Pati, in your room. Whainga yellow girls don't get to go to birthday parties. Pati, since you want to go party so bad, come party with these dishes in the kitchen. Pati. Follow these 3 tips and pray your parents are in a good mood when you ask.
And if that doesn't work, you can always revert back to the old, Mom, I'm just going to the library.
Catch us back here next week for more Brown Girl tips.
That's all the time we have. Make sure to come back next week for more.
That's all we have time for today on Fresh. Just want to make a shout out to all my family and friends from Australia, New Zealand, around the world.
Shout out to my aunties Julie and Teresa and my uncles Scott and John. Hope you have a blessed weekend.
Keep it fresh.
We're about Fresh this season. Fresh from the people, for the people.
Hey, I'm Nick R4. You're watching Fresh.
My older cousins still require permission slips to go off. And they're 35.
What products are you using? Or that hashtag free the curl?
Oh my gosh. Wow. It's really salty.
Well, guys, we're out here in the 679 and you're watching Fresh.